All right, peace everybody, in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. I pray that each one of you are blessed. We will be live in 5 seconds. All right, y'all, we are officially live. It is an all right day out today. It's a little bit overcast, kind of rainy. It's not really my favorite day in the world. We are experiencing a little bit of market turbulence right now. A little bit of market turbulence, especially with the Bitcoin. Just to be honest with you guys right now, I am currently in 2 trades. Well, actually, I'm in more than 2 trades, but 2 that I have pulled up here on Bybit. I'm in an Ethereum long, up 209%. I'm in a Bitcoin long, up about 8.5%, 8%, depending on whether or not you hover your mouse over this. I'm also long on XRP on another exchange, and my XRP trade is currently in the red. I'm not concerned though. I'm not concerned. I'm going to be holding this one for a little bit longer, and let's see. I'm currently down about 1.6%. I have high hopes for this XRP trade, guys. I have high hopes for it. The reason I do is because we have formed a very, very strong support right here on this line. The reason I say this is a very strong support is because if we turn on our volume indicator here, we can see that this is a very high volume node. If we just zoom out a little bit, we can see that most of our volume is right here, and we're finding very good support here. We're finding very, very good support here. So my stop loss is placed underneath this area of support. And hey, what's going on?
Hi.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah, so the stop loss is placed underneath this area of support. And so I'm not really concerned about it. I do think XRP is going to go up. The Bitcoin trade that I am in, this trade I posted in the Discord last night, right here, where basically we got the dump. Well, first of all, we shorted from. Be careful with the noises. First of all, we shorted from about 59K right up here. And this wick was so crazy yesterday, guys. This wick was so crazy. In fact, I want to revisit that because I was actually trading. I was trading on stream, and we actually, my Bitcoin trade right here, this was a Bitcoin short. It was a Bitcoin short that I was in. Momentarily, it went from like 20% up to 74%. Just check it out. It's up 18, 19%. Yeah. Look at this. 19% on the exact dot. My ETH short is up 23%. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. That crazy wick. It wicked all the way. It wicked all the way down to 54K, and my trade went up to 74% from 20%, and it totally threw me off. That was so crazy. 24%. That was insane. I saw this trade all of a sudden. It went up to like. Oh man. That was crazy, y'all. That was so crazy. Yes, so, here, hang on one second, guys. Hang on one second. Yeah, all right, sorry, guys. Yeah, so that was nuts. That was nuts. So anyway, the Bitcoin trade that I'm in right now is a long. When we got that massive dump, I longed the bounce because this was a high volume area. It was a daily level of support. And if we go to Market Cipher and just take a look at what happened when we came to that support, we can see that it was a very, very good entry. I'm going to draw a circle around the entry and show you guys, as a lot of you know, if you follow this channel, I like to trade on the 4-hour time frame, and I like to mark out key levels of support and resistance based on multiple different things, Fibonacci, volume, just daily levels drawing with my eye. And when price gets down to those levels, that's where I look for an entry, and that's where I pull out Market Cipher. And if we pull out Market Cipher, We're just going to whip it out in public. We don't care who sees. We don't care who sees. But when we do get this massive dump right here, we can see that we're forming a bottom. We're forming a bottom right here. And because I already know that this is a level of support that I'm already aware that I'm looking to enter a trade right here, when I come down to the 1 minute and I see a bullish divergence, even on the 1 minute, which we clearly see right here, where momentum is getting higher, right, on the 1 minute time frame, yet the price is dumping massively. This is going to give us a very clear entry right here. And not only that, but we can see the money flow starting to curve to the upside. And so my actual entry here, I'm pretty sure I waited for the money flow crossover to confirm. But let me just see here. Yeah, wow. I don't think that this was my actual entry. I think I entered a little bit higher here. I don't really remember, but I entered right around this area, and this is currently the trade I'm in right now. That's up 10%. That's up 10%. So those are the trades that I am in. I'm currently in them right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. FOMO into the like button. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Jason Casper like button. This is the chart for it. It's absolutely parabolic. It's trading on Bybit. You can trade it with up to 100x leverage. It's the next Dogecoin. The Jason Casper like button is the next Dogecoin. It gets these random pumps. Every time you think it can't possibly pump again, it pumps again up to 53 cents. Every time you think and you hope that this stupid meme like button would just go away, it pumps again and you missed out again. Don't miss out. Make sure to like this video. And if this stream can get up to 3,000 likes while it's live, I will give away 0.1 Bitcoin on this stream. So tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wife, like the video. Like the video. Also, guys, the Jason Casper like button is now trading on Coinbase. What do you know? What do you know? Trading on Coinbase, the Jason Casper like button. Guys, things are getting real, right? Things are getting pretty real. All right, so let's get into some technical analysis. What I want to do on this video, now that more people are here, I can stop joking around and get more serious. I basically want to show you guys, you know, what levels am I looking for as far as the trades go. Now, right now on the chart, I'm going to delete. These are some take profit levels that I have for the trade. But these are really the main areas that I'm looking at. These levels of support and resistance. This yellow line right here, there's a lot of confluence right here. And then these are daily levels of support and resistance. Now, if you guys are new, let me just kind of explain the way I trade. First of all, I use an indicator called Market Cipher. Market Cipher is a package of multiple indicators put into one. It's my preferred indicator, okay? It's my preferred indicator. It's pretty much the only indicator that I use other than just free stuff in TradingView. And also, first I like to mark out important levels of support and resistance, and then I wait for price to get to one of these areas. And when price comes to one of these areas, then I will use Market Cipher to enter a trade. I will use Market Cipher to enter a trade, and it works very, very well for me. It works very, very well for me. And the way we're going to get these levels, like, we can't just draw random lines on a chart. There are different ways that we need to get these levels. The first thing I do is I like to go to the weekly time frame. And when I go to the weekly time frame, what I do is I look to see, first of all, I start to the left of the chart, and I look to see where has price historically on the weekly time frame found a sticking point. Okay, found a sticking point. And I go back in time and I can see, hey, look, back in the beginning of March, we had two candles on the weekly time frame come up to this exact line. One tried to wick up above it but was unable to. The second week we tried to wick above it and we were unable to. We had a candle closing here, we had a candle opening here. And so I'm going to mark this level as an important level of support and resistance. And later on, we're going to notice when we mark these levels, price will tend to retrace back to these levels, right? In fact, what happened, we had a huge pump, we had a huge dump, and then we come right back to this exact level. Why is that? It's because when price is trading at a level for a certain period of time, in this case 14 days, even more so, because we could say it was resistance for 4 weeks. For 4 weeks, this level was a resistance. the market will remember that there was a lot of liquidity here, that there was a lot of buying and selling here. And so the market will tend to retrace back to these areas so that large buy and sell orders can get filled. That's just the way it works. And we're going to do this on the weekly time frame. You know, you could put another level, like let's say right here at about 55.8K. This would be also a valid level of support and resistance. And of course, you know, we can put some down here as well. But for the sake of my personal trading right now, I'm kind of not really using these other levels because although they're there, they're not really part of my trading plan right now. Once you mark your weekly levels, I like to use yellow. We go to the daily time frame, and I like to mark daily levels of support and resistance, and I like to use orange. And again, I'm just looking to the left, and I'm seeing, okay, where did price find a sticking point? You know, we see price finding sticking points, and we're going to draw a line there, right, where we see that the candles are opening and closing in that area. You know, we see it right here. And again, notice what happens. Notice the level that we drew all the way back on February 18th. It's respected again as resistance, again as resistance in March, and then again as support in the end of March, again as support on April 19th, and then it becomes our resistance. And so this is a significant level, and we're going to notice price will tend to retrace back to this level. That's what happens. So the reason we're marking these levels is because when price does come here, we will be looking for a reaction. We will be looking for a reaction off one of these areas. So I do it on the daily time frame. I do it on the weekly time frame. Another way I get these levels is by using volume. Right? By using volume, you can use visible range, the indicator visible range, right here. I'm going to turn it on, and what this does is it actually tells us what price most of the buying and selling was happening at. Right? What price most of the buying and selling was happening at. So whenever there's a spike in the buying and selling, that gives us a level of support and resistance as well that we could mark out. So this white line right here, this is where the most buying and selling happened during all this price action that we see on the screen right now. And what I like to do is I actually like to mark those levels out too, and I can use a different color for that. So you know, maybe I'll use like a hot pink color like this. And you can see that sometimes these levels will overlap with each other, right? We see up here at around $63,500, not only is there a daily level of support and resistance, but there's also an area of very high volume. And so that makes this an even stronger level of support. And then we can find other confluences, other things that we can find on the chart that will make these levels of support and resistance stronger or weaker, that we can say, okay, this is definitely going to be respected as a support or a resistance. So that's kind of how I do it. And then once we get to one of these areas, I'll turn off these volume, turn them off, boop, boop, boop. Once we get to these areas, we're going to be looking for a reaction. Now this yellow line right here, I consolidated into one, but believe it or not, this yellow line was not only a high volume area, but it was also a weekly support and resistance, like what we just saw on the weekly chart. And also it was a Fibonacci level. And guys, if you want to learn this stuff, how to mark the levels, how to do the Fibonacci, how to get consistent levels that you can trade off of, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This is my trading course where you can gain the knowledge and skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. Basically walks you through everything you need to know on how I trade. Okay, how I trade, where we go through TA, we go through how to use Market Cipher to find those awesome sniper entries, how to create and backtest your own strategy. I even give you strategies that I already use with success. Many people already use them with lots of success and have backtested them. And I will drop a coupon code in the chat right now. Let me drop a coupon code in the chat. Let's see here. Also, guys, I do have a free Discord that you can join. There's a lot of awesome traders in there, totally free. I do also have a paid private Discord. Here's the code for the 10% off. This is a good question in the chat. Primrose Stitcher says, Jason, do you not feel like Market Cipher is a lagging indicator? You know what? I have to be honest with you. I think of all the indicators, and I've used many indicators, right? Because I traded stocks, and then I was super into Forex. I was super into the no-nonsense Forex method, right? Where VP, check out, if even if you're not into trading Forex, go to youtube.com and check out No-Nonsense Forex. This will change your view on trading, even if you don't trade Forex, because what he does is he teaches you how to create a trading algorithm, where instead of using technical analysis, he only uses indicators. And he has a lot of success with it because he has an algorithm where if his indicators say go long, he goes long. If his indicators say go short, he goes short. His indicators will tell him when to exit. His indicators will tell him when not to take a trade. It's very interesting. And, you know, and this is the way I was really into trading Forex. So I was really into indicators. I know a lot of people are into just naked technical analysis. When I found Market Cipher, I was like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. Because if you go to Forex and pull up Market Cipher, you will see that that this thing is probably, I mean, this is the best Forex indicator you could possibly use. It's the best because Forex is so relaxed compared to crypto. Like, just as an example, let's just go to the EURUSD, right? The EURUSD, just as an example, and then we'll get back into Bitcoin. But like, look at Market Cipher, the EURUSD pair, right? Let's just say, okay, that we are going to use only the 21 EMA, right? Only the 21 EMA and Market Cipher. So this would be ribbon 5 on Market Cipher A. In fact, why don't we do that? Why don't we put on Market Cipher A? And then we'll make sure ribbon 5 is on. Only ribbon 5. That's the one I like. And what we're going to do is we're only going to use Market Cipher B and Market Cipher A only to trade. No technical analysis, nothing. And what we're going to do is if we come above this moving average and it turns white, and we also have a money flow crossover, then we go long. And if we come below the moving average and we have a money flow crossover on Market Cipher B, then we go short. Let's just quickly backtest this and just see how much it works, right? Right here, just saying. Okay, we get a money flow crossover. This is the daily chart. Moving average turns white. Money flow crossover, moving average turns white. What do we get? We get 1.6% move. Moving average turns gray. Market Cipher B has the money flow crossover turning purple. What do we get? We get 3% move. We wouldn't take this trade here because our indicators are telling us no. We would take this trade right here because we have a money flow crossover and the moving average turns white. Then what do we get here? Honestly, we could have stayed in this swing trade for a very, very long time with a massive, over a 10% move. Then our next trade would be right here. So we're 5-0, right? We just won 5 trades trading Forex with Market Cipher only, right? And it works really well. I don't think it's as far as indicators go, of course, they're all going to lag, right? Because they're dealing with information that happened in the past. But the thing that sets Market Cipher apart, in my mind, is the fact that the combination of things that it uses, the VWAP, especially the money flow, it's very unique, and the momentum waves where you can see the direction. You can see the direction starting to happen before we even get our entry signal, right? I mean, look at this. We can see that we print a double bottom, and we're getting consecutively higher waves. The money flow is starting to cross over. Before we even get our buy signal here, we can already tell what direction the market is heading in. And I think that's why I like Market Cipher so much. And obviously, if you're trading Forex, I only ever traded Forex on the daily time frame, which makes it so easy. You check the chart once a day. That's all you have to do. One 24-hour candle a day right before the market closes. You just check it. Say, okay, do I stay in my trade? Do I get out of my trade? Do I do nothing? It's so easy, right? The problem with Forex is you need a lot of capital, or you have to use super high leverage in order to be successful with it. It's hard to implement good risk management trading Forex if you're not like a millionaire, right? But I'm going to get back into trading Forex. Anyway, back to Bitcoin. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Back to Bitcoin here. Yeah, I haven't checked out. I have not checked out. I haven't checked out this DBSI yet. I need to check it out. Somebody asked, do I find that Market Cipher is better than No Nonsense Forex? No Nonsense Forex is not an indicator. It's a style of trading. And I do find that that Market Cipher is the only indicator you need to create that algorithm. I spent hours, literally hours and days, trying out different indicators, going on these random forums on the internet, finding people's indicators in MetaTrader 4, finding out if somebody had made that same indicator in PineScript, going into TradingView and backtesting for literally hours and days and months, trying to find the perfect indicators that I could trust. This is before I knew about Market Cipher. If I had had Market Cipher, I would have saved so much time. So much time. Okay, so for the Bitcoin price, these are the areas that I'm looking at, right? If we come up and we can confirm above this $59,000 level with momentum, then my target is 61,000. If we can confirm above that, my target is 63.5. If we can come up above 63.5, then I do believe we are going to be testing all-time highs and probably even putting in a new all-time high. If we can. If not, then of course, when we come up to these levels, I'm going to be looking for a rejection, right? I'm going to be looking for a rejection first off 59K. And again, the first thing I'm going to be looking to do when we come up to this area is I'm going to be looking to short it back down. But then if we surpass that, then I'll be looking to 61.1 area to short back down. If we surpass that, possibly I don't know if I would short up this high because we'll probably end up with super bullish, here we go kind of market. But yeah, those are the levels. And then of course, if we lose 54.5, then 51.6 is where I'd be looking to come down to. And if we lose that, then of course 48.6. And really, you know, I've been looking for this dump to kind of consolidate, kind of like this, right? I was expecting us to come down, and then I was expecting us to get a bounce. I thought potentially we would come higher than where we actually came. But then I'm actually kind of expecting us potentially to come back down, test these lower levels, maybe even lower, before we get a massive pump to the upside and put in all-time highs. This might be, you know, the dump. I don't know. This actually might be the dump. We might actually just be 1, 2, 3, and then get a bounce because, you know, for 2 days we were putting in our support right here at this $54,000 level. So it's a strong level, and it's clearly acting as a strong support. So I am currently long, and let me just kind of show you my plans for it. Right now I'm treating it like a scalp trade. I'm treating it kind of like a scalp trade for now, right? I've already taken out, I think, 2 take profits on this trade, and if we can come above this level, then I'll start adding to it, and hopefully, I mean, potentially it could just keep going, and I'll just keep staying in this trade. Like for example, like the Ethereum trade that I'm in right now, that's up 217%. I've been in this trade since I think like last Wednesday or Thursday, so it's almost been a week. Honestly, it's almost been a week. So, you know, and then I'm also in another Bitcoin trade over on MARGEX. MARGEX is an exchange that I've been kind of messing around with, where basically it's a very interesting exchange, MARGEX. Yeah, I'm still kind of getting a hang of it on MARGEX. Yeah, okay, let's see here. Memory Man says $2 XRP incoming. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, these are my targets for the XRP. And like I said, I'm long on XRP right now. I'm a little bit in drawdown. I'm not too concerned. Here's why I'm not too concerned. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we're about to put in a bottom here. We're about to put in a bottom. We recently had the money flow crossover, and even though we came down, Even though we came down this massive down momentum on the 4-hour time frame, take a look at what happened. We formed a very strong support right here. And this is a support, not only can you draw it by eye, right, just by looking at where price traded so much, but because price traded here so much, it's also a very high volume area. And we're able to hold it as support for quite some time. So because we're about to form the bottom on the 4-hour time frame on Market Cipher, I think when we see this direction here where we print, you know, a double bottom and we're printing consecutively higher waves, we get the money flow crossover. I think once we get this bottom, we're really going to start to see things move to the upside. And so I'm kind of holding this as a longer term trade, but because I don't want to miss the pump. But yeah, this is like kind of what I'm expecting right now, to be honest with y'all. And I think you know, XRP, we've consolidated for a long time. Even while money flow was in the red, we had kind of some pumpage going on. I think we formed a strong support. So I think absolutely $2 XRP incoming. I stopped trading XRP since November, unfortunately, y'all, and I missed out on all the pumpage, but now I'm trying to get back into the pump here. So that's Bitcoin. Let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum, guys. Ethereum is out of control. Look at this thick money flow for Ethereum. Let me pull up another Ethereum chart here. I want to take a look at Ethereum on this is just nuts, guys. This is just nuts. Okay, let's take a look here. I'm up 200 something percent on Ethereum right now. My next target for Ethereum is right here at 3,596. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can see something interesting happened where we got a dump last night. And look at where we came down to. This was a really good place to add to your position, which honestly I did not, unfortunately. I did not. I was busy all day out there. I was literally trading on my tractor yesterday, guys. I was literally trading on my tractor with my phone and my laptop out there as I'm like cutting hay, spreading it in the garden. I'm out there trading on my tractor. It was a rough day. So I missed, you know, later on that evening, I was exhausted. I missed adding to my position. That's okay. But look at how these levels are expected. That's the point of what I'm saying here, guys. These are Fibonacci extension levels. And the way Fibonacci extension levels work is, assuming that we're in an uptrend, we're never going to move straight up. We're going to come up a little, and then we'll retrace. Up a little, retrace. Up a little, retrace. Up a little, or a lot. And eventually, we have to retrace. We have to retrace. And what the Fibonacci extension levels do is they will take a leg of an uptrend and then the retracement, and they will try to project, if the uptrend continues, what are the next targets that we're going to hit. And as you can see, they're very, very, very accurate, right? We come up to this Fibonacci extension, and then we get a correction. And then again, we come up to that same level, we have like a fake out correction. Then we come up to this fib level, we consolidate here for a few days. Then we come up to this fib level, we consolidate here for about a day or two, and now we come up to this fib level, and look at how it's a resistance, and then it flips into support. And so my next target obviously is this next Fibonacci level. And the way we get these levels, Party Boy Geo, can you teach us how to use the Fib retracement? Yeah, I can. Lee Silver, hay in the spring. Yeah, so it's not really hay. It's not okay. So I have hay fields, and what I do is I keep them very short. I'm not actually cutting real hay. It's very short hay. I let it grow up maybe like 6 inches, 7 inches, and then I cut it because I use it. I do the Ruth Stout garden method, and I don't have the machinery to actually make real hay. So what I do is I just take a brush hog and I cut the hay when it's short, and I spray it out to the side of the brush hog, and I collect it and I spread it in the garden. I just am constantly pouring it on the gardens. That's why I'm cutting it this early, because I'm not using it to feed animals. I am using it to create my garden beds, and I have a lot of garden space, and it needs organic material constantly. Otherwise, it will start to grow weeds and stuff. That's why. Sorry about this. Thank you for the clarification, though, because you're right. Okay, let's talk about the Fib stuff. Guys, first of all, if you do want to learn the Fib stuff, I do recommend the trading course, right? I mean, obviously it's my own course, but this is all the stuff I wish I knew before I started trading. Where the goal of this is so that you can actually learn how to do all this and come up with your own strategy so you can be confident instead of going on to YouTubers to ask, what should I do? Let me drop that discount code again in the chat. If you go to jasoncaspertrading.com and use this code, I spelled trading wrong, so Jason, the link is in the description. Shout out to Premier Crypto. Yeah, so here's how the Fib retracement works, okay? The first thing we're going to do is we are going to, here, let me turn off these levels here, just so that we can kind of get a feel of what we're going to do. If you see that we're in an uptrend, right, and then we get a dump, let's just say, for example, we're in an uptrend right here, and then we get this massive dump. As soon as you see that dump starting to happen, what you're going to do is you're going to come over here, you're going to take out the Fib Retracement Tool, and you're going to take it from the swing low of the move, meaning the lowest point that came in the last retracement, okay? The swing low of the move, and then you're going to pull it to the swing high of the move where we started to dump, okay? This is just the regular Fib Retracement Tool over here, Fib Retracement. And what this will do is this will give you areas where you should be looking for a bounce. If price comes to one of these areas, you should be looking for a bounce. So look what happens. We come down, we dump to the 786 area. What happens? We get a bounce. Then we come back down again to the 786 area. We get a bounce. We come back down again. We get a bounce. Come back down again. We get a bounce, right? We come up, get a bounce off the 0.5. We come up, get a bounce off the 0.382. These are areas that are showing us where we should be looking for a bounce, because this is measuring percentages of that leg up. So basically, this is the whole move up, and then the retracement tool is telling us what percent did we retrace downward. Well, if we come to the 0.382 level, that means we've traced down 38.2% of that move. If we come down to the 786 level, that means we have retraced 78.6% of that move, and these are Fibonacci numbers. Fibonacci is a sequence of numbers that is found everywhere in nature, and people use them to trade as well. So that's how we're going to look for the bounce in a dump, right? This is how we're going to look for the bottom in a dump, okay? And it happens. You'll see that these levels are respected. How do we obtain targets? Well, there's a few ways to obtain targets. One way is when we get the initial bounce, okay, you're going to take your fib and do the opposite. Instead of taking it from the swing low to the swing high, you're going to take it from the swing high to the bottom of that bounce where we got that initial bounce. And you can actually set some targets this way. And you can see that these levels are respected, right? Look at this. We come up and we find perfect resistance and support right here at the 786. The 1-to-1, right, 100%. We find that this is resistance, and then it's acting as support. And then right here at the 1.272, perfect support, perfect resistance. And again, we find resistance here. That's one way to do it, and there's different ways to find fib targets. Another way to do it is to use the trend-based fib extension, the trend-based fib extension. And what this does is instead of drawing 2 points, instead of taking your fib from a low to a high, you're going to take it from a low to a high and then to a low. So the way it works is, let's say you'll take your move from this swing low right here up to this swing high right here. Notice the dotted line on my cursor from this swing low up to this swing high. I'm going to go ahead and click my mouse here, and then I'm going to drag it down. Okay, I'm going to drag it down, and I'm going to click my mouse down at this swing low area, and I'm going to drag it out to the right so that I can see it go extending more to the right. This is another way to get fib extension levels. And there's different ways to do it. You can pull it from different areas. You can do it on any time frame. Oh, Premier Crypto, dang, my fib is out. That's so embarrassing. I hope you don't. Oh, man. I hate when my fib is out and everyone can see it. It's almost worse than getting my shorts down around my ankles. You know? Sometimes that happens where my shorts do come down around my ankles. It happened to me on Ethereum the other day. The other day on Ethereum, I exited the trade with a small loss, but really I entered this short here, posted it in the Discord, the Patreon Discord. We had bearish divergence, we had money flow crossing down, we had direction, we were trading at a fib extension level, losing it as support. I said I'm going to go short. Look what happened. One candlestick, we got this massive dump. I enter short, boom, we get a massive bounce, come back up. I ended up getting stopped out of this trade after one take profit with it was like a very small, basically a break even. But you know, I almost had my shorts and my underwear down around my ankles in front of a huge crowd of people. And I know I've told this story before, but you know, literally this one time I was in a metal band, and I was playing a show in Canada. I'll never forget this. I was on tour in Canada. And, you know, back in the day, it was cool. It was cool to wear tight girl jeans. You know, when you were in a metalcore band, right? For some reason, it was cool to dress in girl clothes but play really, really heavy music. I don't know how that got cool. I don't know who started that. Maybe it was Bring Me the Right. I don't know. Whatever the case, we would, you know, during those heavy breakdowns. If you're a metalhead, you know about those breakdowns, right? It was a heavy breakdown. And of course, you know, those metalcore bands, what do we do during breakdowns? We squat. We squat, right? Because it's heavy. We're squat banging with our whole bodies. And guess what happened? My crotch, the crotch of my pants ripped all the way down my thigh. And I was not wearing boxers that day. Because when you're on tour sometimes, you can't do laundry. So you just throw away your underwear because it's like toxic nuclear waste. Okay? And that was so embarrassing, right? I was feeling like a boss, right? I was up on a stage riser, up in front of everybody, squatting, you know, being all cool. Everyone can see now everything, right? It's like entering a short trade. You know, fortunately, this trade, that didn't happen to me, right? I did exit in a break even, but that one time when I was in Canada, I did not exit break even. I got liquidated. And it was not fun. It was not fun. Guys, FOMO into the like button, because if we can get this up to 3,000 likes, man, I will give away 0.1 Bitcoin. That's crazy. I don't think we can do that. But I don't know. Andrew Kennedy, that actually is real, though. That's real. That's real. And from that point onward, I never, ever went without something under again. Yeah, that's real. Alfredo Corona took a huge loss. Should I continue to make money back, or should I spend some on Market Cipher? Alfredo Corona, like, it depends. It depends, you know. Okay, how do we become a Patreon? Go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. There's a link in the description. Okay, so my BTC trades are doing decent. Okay. My ETH trade is doing pretty dang well, I have to say. So that's how you get the fib extensions, guys. That's how you get those. All of that story is to say this is how we're going to deal with Fibonacci extensions. Okay. So let me turn back on the targets here. Then I'm gonna go into some other coins as well that I'm keeping my eyes on. But these are all fib extension levels. I marked them out. I make sure to say that they're fib extensions so I know what they are. But Ethereum is just totally out of control, guys. It is totally out of control. It's like, oh my goodness, it looks like we're about to even print another green dot on the 4-hour time frame. We are printing the green dot on the 3-hour time frame, and this money flow is so thick. The money flow on Market Cipher, guys, this is like the water coming into the garden. It's like the water coming into the garden, which means the thicker it gets, the more water and nutrients there are, the more the price is going to grow. And we haven't seen money flow this thick, right? We can see that this blue dotted line right here is showing us the current money flow. Money flow has not been this thick on the 3-hour time frame for Ethereum in such a long time. Such a long time. Maybe we could say it almost got that thick back in July 2020, but still not quite as thick as it is right now. I don't think it's ever been this thick, to be honest with you, on the 3-hour time frame. I don't think it's ever been this thick. So Ethereum is just out of control, and like all technical analysis is kind of like going out the window, because every time I think there's going to be a retracement, there's not. We just keep pumping. So if you're trying to get long on Ethereum right now, okay, what you need to do is you need to wait for a pullback. Like, you need to wait for a pullback. Don't FOMO in when we're at 340. You know, maybe this could have been a pullback here. I don't know, but this to me would have been a really good entry. Whenever we come to one of these levels and we start to form a consolidation period here, that's a great time to look to get in on Ethereum, right? If we come up to the 3596 level and we start to consolidate up here, you know, first of all, I am always looking for shorts up here, right? I was shorting Ethereum yesterday. And believe it or not, my Ethereum trade yesterday, it was up. It was up kind of quite a bit, right? These were my shorts right here. My Ethereum short was up 23%. It's so funny because my Ethereum short was up 23%. My Ethereum long was up 123%. My Bitcoin short was up 20%. My Bitcoin long was up 50%. I short and long at the same time, guys. I play both ends of the candlestick. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Shout out to Cryptolus Eon. I'm thankful for you being here. Thankful for you being here. I trade crypto on Bybit. I trade crypto on Binance. I trade crypto on MARGEX and on KuCoin, and then sometimes on Coinbase, but not usually. That's about it. Yeah, but guys, this not crazy yesterday when we got that crazy Bitcoin wick. This was so crazy. Look at that. Look at the Bitcoin trade. It went from 20% to 74% in a second. 23%. Boom. 74%. I should have taken profit, didn't, right? 24%. Boom, back down to 26% when Bybit had that crazy thing. And guys, if you got wrecked on that wick, Bybit is offering what do they call it? Compensation, I think. They offer compensation if you were affected by that wick. They're offering reimbursements. You can fill out a form. Let me copy this and put it in the chat, because that was insane, right? Let me put this in the chat if you were affected by that wick. Okay, Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi asks, I can't afford Market Cipher. Does the free version of Market Cipher work? I'll be totally honest with you. The free version of Market Cipher free version, it will work as an oscillator to show you general tops and bottoms, but it is very far. And no free version of Market Cipher out there. People are going to talk about all these versions they use. I will be totally honest. The most important part of Market Cipher for me is the money flow. And the money flow is never the same on all of those other ones. And sometimes they don't even give the same tops and bottom signals. So any indicator that you use can work, right? I mean, people can trade without Market Cipher. People can trade, before I had Market Cipher, I was using regular old RSIs and other kind of histograms and stuff, different kinds of oscillators. It's not like 100% necessary, but I will say that it, especially if you're newer to trading, it will make things much, much easier for you. Just being totally real. That's my opinion. Of course, I'm saying that I am affiliated with Market Cipher. I sell Market Cipher for commission. Speaking of that, if you don't have Market Cipher, you can get a 5% discount if you click the link in the description of this video. But the only reason I'm a reseller of Market Cipher is because I actually use Market Cipher. I actually use it. People have seen me use it. Whenever I post my trades in the Discord, I use Market Cipher. I explain, when I'm posting potential altcoin trades and stuff, I show why I'm thinking what I'm thinking based on Market Cipher. This is a big part of my trading here. And so, I'm a big fan of Market Cipher, and I don't think the free versions do it justice. I have to be honest with you. I really don't. I really do not. But, if you can't afford anything, first of all, I would say if you can't afford Market Cipher, maybe it's not the best time to start trading cryptocurrency, because if you can't afford $500 for a nice indicator, it's probably, if you don't have extra $500 to invest, should you really be trading? I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but seriously, because it's a risky business. It's a risky business. You know, I don't mean any disrespect, but if you're going to actually be risking money, but you can't afford to spend $500, I don't know. Like, should you actually be investing like that? I don't know. Like, that's where my mind goes. And secondly, if you do have the money to invest, then why not buy some tools that are really going to help you? Why not buy some tools that are going to make your life easier? That's my view. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to offend anybody. I really don't. But markets, yeah. So we got the money flow coming nice and thick. We got the green dot printing on the 3-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame looks like it's about to print a dot. The 6-hour time frame, you know, looking like we need to cool off. But whenever we do cool off on the 6-hour time frame, guys, I mean, we tried to cool off on the 6-hour time frame here. We kept coming up. We tried to cool off on the 6-hour time frame here. We kept coming up. The divergences, I mean, I don't even think this is considered a bearish divergence anymore, because technically momentum is going up still while price is still coming up, right? Momentum is coming up. Price is still coming up. This is crazy. Ethereum is absolutely out of control. It's absolutely out of control. I mean, I am, you know, I'm trading this 217%. You know, obviously I am a leveraged trade here, but it's just insane. I don't usually see I don't usually see percentages like that, guys. I don't. This is crazy. Okay, let's look at some other coins. Shout out to Memory Man, who says Market Cipher is definitely worth the money, and so is Jason's course. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys who have taken the course and enjoy it. It's basically everything I wish I knew when I started trading, and of course it focuses on Market Cipher because that's the indicator that I use to find most of my trades. Lewis, I didn't see the wick on the Ethereum Bitcoin pair yesterday. Shout out to Jason Robertson, who's up 83% on his ETH trade. Oliver, how do I feel about the new Market Cipher DBSI? I haven't checked it out yet. I have to go watch CryptoFace's video. Any XRP updates? All right, let's check out XRP. Let's check out XRP. Hang on, let me get on my other chart here, my other XRP chart. So XRP, as we can see, I am in a trade. I'm currently in a long position. These are my targets, guys. This kind of content, you ain't gonna find this on cable TV. You ain't gonna find this on satellite. It's the Jason Casper channel, right? This is my current long trade on XRP, and as you can see, I'm in a little bit of drawdown. I'm not really too concerned about it. I already spoke about why. Zilliqa, I'm also long on a Zilliqa. I think we did hit a take profit. Okay, Cam. I have to talk to Cam, who says, because he asked me before the stream, he says, are these current Bitcoin markets normal with these random dumps? Here's the thing. Ethereum is taking the spotlight from Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is, when we zoom out, we're not really getting big dumps, right? We're not really getting big dumps. We're not getting big dumps because we're just trading from level to level, right? There's nothing too crazy about coming up to this resistance and then coming down to this support. And even though we got a slight dump this morning, it's not really a dump, right? We're still in an uptrend, right? Nobody zooming out of this would say, man, we just had a massive dump. It's just because other altcoins are taking the spotlight, the volume on Bitcoin is a little bit lower, and it's just moving a little bit differently. So It's not like Ethereum right now, where Ethereum is just like out of control. Bitcoin is just more relaxed. It's more relaxed. And besides this crazy wick right here that Bybit gave to us, I mean, this to me is just pretty normal, right? I'm in a long right now. I'm not really concerned that it's going to come below this line right now, this support. You know, as long as, here's the thing, you have to determine what type of trade you're entering into, right? So for this trade that I'm in right now, you know, I started treating it as a scalp. When we got this bounce, I'm like, I'm going to treat it as a scalp. I said if we come above the 55.8K level, then I'll start to look at it as a potential swing trade to potentially new all-time highs. I don't know. But we have to be okay with the volatility. So don't over-leverage your trade. Don't make it so that your liquidation price is to the point where if we do have a wick like this, that you'll get liquidated. Use good risk management. Use good stop losses that are safe and effective. Safe and effective. I love things that are safe and effective. I love things that are safe and effective. And let me just say, you need to make sure that when you are trading, your stop losses need to be safe and effective, meaning you should not be risking more than 5% of your account. If you can enter a trade like this, where you can set your stop loss below a very strong support, like this. Sorry, let me get to a long position. Let's say you do enter on this bounce, right? And you can set your stop loss right below the support. This is, you know, less than 1%. If you had 100% of your account on this trade, you would only be risking 0.8%, right? Now, I don't recommend risking more than 5% of your account. So you could use 5x leverage and still have good risk management. 100% of your account on 5x leverage, you'd still be risking less than 5% of your account. Or if you want a little bit more playroom in your stop loss, put it down to 1%. Okay? If you're treating this bounce as a scalp, right? You can up your leverage and still only be risking a safe amount of your account. That's what I mean by a stop loss being safe and effective. You have to have a reason for putting your stop loss in a certain place. People just say, oh, I use tight stop losses. Well, here's the thing. If you're entering long here and you're just putting your stop loss here willy-nilly, there's absolutely no reason for you to put your stop loss there. That makes absolutely no sense, because this trade, this long trade, would not become invalidated unless we come below the support. So the only real place, the only effective place where you can put your stop loss if you get long on this blue candle, let's say, is down below the support, which means now you have to risk 2.74 of your account, which means you have to 2x leverage, and you're pushing the line on good risk management, right? Leverage is a tool that can be used, but you have to make sure that you're applying it with good risk management. Like seriously, you have to make sure you're using good risk management. And you know, for me, actually, when I entered this trade, I had my stop loss below here, because when I'm treating it as a scalp and I'm trading the bounce, then I'm keeping my stop loss nice and tight below the support, because the hypothesis is we're getting a bounce off this support. So if this happens, then I know, okay, I'm wrong. I need to get out of the trade. But if this happens, okay, great. I scalp that bounce. Perfect. Awesome. Right? And then if you're just in this trade for the short term, you can move your stop loss into break even or even into profit, and you're guaranteed to lock in those profits. But if you're looking at this as a longer term trade and you're saying, okay, I see we're in an uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I'm sorry. If you're seeing it like this, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then you're waiting to put in another higher high, well, then the only logical place to put your stop loss, if you're looking at this as more of a swing trade to catch the uptrend, is now you have to put that SL, the good old SL, down below here, because this is the last swing low. And this is 5% of your whole account, right? So if you're risking 5% of your whole account, then, you know, I wouldn't be using that leverage. I wouldn't be using that high leverage, because it's not good risk management. But it's not just about putting a stop loss somewhere. It's about putting a stop loss somewhere that is effective and safe, meaning I'm giving myself enough playroom where, because the trend does not become invalidated unless we come in and put a low below the last swing low, right? If I'm thinking we're in an uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Well, that means if we put in higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, then the uptrend is invalidated. Time to get out of the dang trade, right? No reason to stay in an uptrend that's a downtrend. But I won't know if the uptrend turns into a downtrend unless we put in this lower low. So I have to have my stop loss down here, because we could put in the higher high and then the higher low all the way down here. This is technically still a higher low and still be in the uptrend. So we can't just put our stop loss willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? Can't just be doing that. Can't just be doing that, y'all. Alfredo, I'm sorry I've been missing your comments, man. Wow, okay. 40% loss on entire portfolio. Alfredo, have you taken any kind of trading course? Do you know about risk management? I'm not telling you to buy my course. What I am saying is it might be time to, just walk away. Don't revenge trade, man. Don't try and get your gains back if you are in a bad mindset from a loss, because that will guarantee that you lose more. I'm telling you. Ethereum at 3,500, sheesh. That will guarantee that you lose more. I recommend, bro, Alfredo, that you walk away, do something totally unrelated to trading. As much as it sucks, go for a walk, go for a bike ride, go play with the dog, go hang out with your wife, your kids. Do something unrelated to trading. Maybe do some deadlifts. And come back with a fresh mind, bro. Come back with a fresh mind. Come back with a plan. Come back with a strategy. Come back with, a plan so that you know what you're going to do. What you are going to do. And Alfredo, you jumped out of ETH at a huge loss and now it pumps. Look, man. Don't chase the price. Don't chase the price. I'm telling you. Do not chase the price, because if you try and say, "Oh, I'm in the negative. I need to get out," and then it pumps and you get in, then it'll dump again. I'm telling you, man. That's called kamikaze trading. CryptoFace talks about it. Revenge trading. It is guaranteed to lose you money, man. It's guaranteed to lose you money. Do some nice, work on your risk management, bro. Like all this stuff I'm talking about with stop losses, this will ensure that you never lose 40% of your account again. This will ensure it. It will ensure it. Wow, Litecoin is pumping, guys. And I am bullish on the Litecoin. Super bullish on the Litecoin. Man. And I'm a huge hodler of the corn, guys. A huge trader of the Litecoin as well. Look at this. Let's take a look at our Litecoin levels. Oh man. I was kind of hoping we could come back down to the 255 level so I could add more to my Litecoin. I should have added more to my Litecoin when we came down to this fib level right here, but I did not. So the next target for Litecoin, guys, is $339.92. And I won't be satisfied until I get those 92 cents in. But yeah, the same deal as Ethereum. These are the targets. These are the Fibonacci extension targets, assuming that the uptrend does continue for Litecoin. I would not be surprised if we actually do see a Litecoin up at some of these higher levels by the end of the bull market, right? If the uptrend continues, we could very easily see a $900 Litecoin by the end of this bull market. If this thing continues, like they say, until the fall, it's totally possible. The end of these bull markets, things go absolutely parabolic. And CG Creative says, am I saying Litecoin or coin? I'm saying Litecoin. I'm saying Litecoin. Because I trade Bitcoin and I trade Litecoin. And let me tell you why. All right, first of all, I love planting corn out in the field. It's a good nutritious food for the chickens and all that. You could eat it too. All right, but besides that, I have a Southern grandfather, and he calls it Bitcoin. He calls it Bitcoin. And I've been telling him for years, hey, Grandpa, you should really get into this Bitcoin stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's going to the moon. He's like, son, I don't trust none of that Bitcoin. I'm telling you, I don't understand it. Don't understand none of it. And I only trust in the U.S. dollar because it's backed by the integrity of the United States of America. It's backed by the integrity and the honesty and of George W. All right, George W. I'm telling you, all right. Good old George, his honesty, his integrity, and his honesty and his integrity, his two highest qualities. Ain't no question them. All right? And then you keep trying to tell him. Grandpa, please, I'm telling you, look, Bitcoin now is at 20,000. He's like, I don't trust it. It's going back to zero. It ain't backed by George W. Then, it's 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. Finally, Grandpa, look, Bitcoin is at 60,000. He's like, you know what, son? I've been thinking maybe it is about time I get some of that Bitcoin. And then your grandpa, he goes to Coinbase, and what does he see? He sees, hey, you know what, son? I was on that Cornbase.com, and I done seen they got all kinds of corns on there. They got this Litecoin, and I went on Google and I seen Litecoins like the silver to Bitcoin's gold, and it's faster than Bitcoin and it solves all the problems Bitcoin has. And so all these new retail traders, they're going to stock up on the Litecoin. And that's why I'm so bullish on it. It's in the top 10 still. Super bullish on it for this bull market. Long term, not so much. And yeah, that's right. Backed by George W, guys. Yeah. Okay, so people are asking about Theta. Yeah, I love Theta. I love it. I'm stacked up on Theta, but unfortunately, Theta has been just doing this, right? Trading kind of sideways. And honestly, guys, I do believe in Theta long term. I do. But right now, it's just not looking the best. Alfredo, man, honestly, man, should you enter a low leverage Bitcoin long? It's like, are you in the right mindset? And do you have a plan? Man? If you don't have a plan, please don't ask YouTube chat live if you should enter a trade, man. Please don't do that. I'm telling you. Please don't do that. Okay, the Huang Wen says, please talk more about XRP. Well, I've already kind of been touching on XRP, but I'm currently long on it. Ripple. I'm in some drawdown. But again, this is super bullish. All right, let's turn on the volume indicator. Let's just go to the daily time frame. Let's turn on the volume indicator and see that not only is this a really good support, a daily support and resistance level, right, that we can draw by eye right here, but it's also a high volume node, right? It's a high volume node. So we've fallen to a very strong support. We have bounced off of that support twice. It was a resistance back here in the middle of April, a resistance again in the end of April, a resistance again on the 28th of April. We come up, we flip that resistance into support. We're getting the bounce. And I see, even though we're printing a red dot in the daily time frame, even though we are, this red dot does not concern me. I feel like we could possibly be one of these kinds of red dots where we print the green dot right after and keep going up, because if we go to the 4-hour time frame on Market Cipher, by the way, guys, if you don't have Market Cipher yet, you can get a 5% discount if you use my affiliate link and use the code that CryptoFace gave to me. We go to the 4-hour time frame. What do we see? We see that the money flow is actually coming back into the green. It's coming back into the green. We see that we're about to print a really nice trigger wave here after forming a nice double bottom, where we got the anchor wave, and then we got snake eyes down here with the two big green dots. We're printing consecutively higher waves, right? We see that right here, momentum is coming up. Momentum is coming up. Right here, we got a massive bullish divergence that played out right? The bullish divergence that played out where on the 4-hour, price was coming down and momentum was going up. And then what do we get? After that bullish divergence, we start to see the money flow is curving to the upside. We get the money flow crossover. Right when we get the money flow crossover, of course, we get the massive pump. And then we just have to cool off a little bit. We have to cool off a little bit. We come down. And then, I'm expecting this to kind of do what this did right here. Right? I'm expecting that to happen. I'm betting on the fact that this is going to be the start of another one of these, right? Where we get the purple curving to the upside, and we get the blue, and then we'll probably come down, and then we'll get higher blue, then we come down, and then we get higher blue. I'm expecting the money flow to kind of do this kind of thing. It might do this, and then we get a little higher money flow, and then we get a little higher money flow. That's what I'm kind of expecting for this. That's why I'm entering the trade here. My stop loss is at a good place because we can see that if it's below this level here, it's below this level of support, right? If we lose this support, the trade becomes invalidated. The trade becomes invalidated because right now I'm trying to catch the uptrend, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher high. Hope that makes sense to y'all. Okay, let's check out Ethereum again. Wow. Oh my goodness, guys. Ethereum is just off the charts. Literally, it's literally off the charts. In fact, look at this. Look at this. It's off the charts. Ethereum is off the charts. Yes, Crybit, I'm still in theta. I'm still holding my theta on KuCoin. Still holding it. I'm holding it. I'm trusting the process. I'm trusting the process. Sheesh, Ethereum. Let's turn on our object tree and let's see if we can get these. Wait a second. Where's my Ethereum? Where's my Ethereum chart? The one I want. Here it is. Haha. Haha. Yes, we're nearing the Fib extension. My Ethereum trade is up 229%. My Bitcoin trades are up. One is up 10%. One is up 1%. Not doing the best here on this trade over here on MARGEX. That's okay. That's okay. I'm still trusting the process. Still trusting the process here. But man, Bitcoin, make up your dang mind, buddy. Make up your dang mind. Here's the thing about Bitcoin, guys. I do see that we are starting to form a bottom on the 4-hour, right? So why am I holding this long? We're starting to form some kind of bottom here. It looked like we were going to form it sooner, but we're obviously struggling a bit. The 2-hour, we've got the green dot, okay? And it wouldn't surprise me if we get on the 2-hour something like what happened here, right, where we get this kind of like green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot, green dot, and come up. That happens a lot when the volume is lower. The 3-hour, it looks like we're printing a bottom here, guys. It looks like we're printing a bottom. And I've already taken profit out of these trades. I've already taken profit out of the Bitcoin trade. So, I hit a take profit right here last night. Took the profit out. Let's see. Did I take any more profit out? I don't know if I took any more profit out of it. But if we lose, I'm treating this as a scalp right now for now until we get above the 58.9 level. So, if we lose this support here, then I'm going to exit the trade in profit. I'm going to be stopped out in profit for now. But I think that, it's okay. I think we're going to start to form some kind of bottom. How do you add to an existing trade? You just do in Bybit, you do another buy order. Let's see, is got people talking about XRP. Yeah, XRP struggling. Ethereum off the charts, guys. So yeah, I have to cut this stream soon, guys. I've got a lot of things to do, but may the Lord bless all of you in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, in the name of Jesus the Messiah. Christian Mitchell says, "Is there a sale on the course?" Yeah, there is. There is. I'll drop the 10% in the chat again. 10%. And while I'm doing this, let me show all the things I have to shill, guys. Let me show all the things I have to shill. Guys, follow into the like button. I'm telling you, if we can get one of these streams up to 3,000 likes, I will give away 0.1 Bitcoin on the stream. So, if you sign up to Bybit, you can get $1,610 with their bonus bash, depending on how much Bitcoin you deposit. Plus, you can get 15% interest just by holding. You can use my affiliate link for that. BlockFi, I'm affiliate with BlockFi. You can check that out if you want. MARGEX is the exchange I'm using right now for this trade right here. It's an interesting exchange. It basically will allow you to open multiple longs at the same time. It's quite interesting. If you want to become a Patreon and get access to the trades that I post in the Discord, where I post Bitcoin trades, like this, like the short we took yesterday, like the long I'm currently in, where I do altcoin trades, like this this Binance coin trade, where give the stop loss, take profit levels, and we're already hitting our second take profit on that. You can become a Patreon, patreon.com/JasonCasper. You can also join the free Discord. And also, if you don't have Market Cipher yet, you can get 5% off if you use my code Billy5D3PWXX4F. And okay, shout out to Alfredo, who is, guys, I'm back. I've decided I'm going to take it slow. Cool, Alfredo. I think that's the best thing to do. Even if you don't buy my course, man, just get some kind of course. Like, it doesn't have to be mine. Seriously. Basically, everything I teach besides Market Cipher is stuff you can find at any other trading course. Seriously. If I look at Doge, it seems as though the momentum is slowing, although we're putting in new highs. Omar, honestly, I stay away from Doge. That's just me. Like, I should have gotten into it. The things I am going to start looking to are the Binance Smart Chain tokens. But hey, I can't give advice about Doge, but everyone who's bought it thus far has been pretty good, right? But I'm not touching it. I'm sorry. Shout out to Andres Dederer, who says the 24-minute 4-hour strategy is definitely key to success. Yeah, that's a good strategy. I like to use that, the 4-hour 24-minute strategy. You can check it out, guys, on the YouTube channel. If you go to my channel, I go into it in very much detail in the course. But if you go to playlists and you go to Market Cipher tutorials,
all right, y'all. In this
right here, the 4-hour 24-minute strategy.
Leave some in there.
It will show you kind of how you can find those good trades without having to know too much TA. It's great for beginners. If you're just using Market Cipher and this other indicator called Wolfpack ID, check it out. Ethereum Classic, I don't follow it, so I can't really give accurate TA on it. Yeah, none of this is financial advice, guys. Of course, if you think this is financial advice, you're going to lose all your Bitcoin, all your Ethereum, all your fiat currency. You're going to have a nice hot cup of coffee from Wawa, and it's going to spill on your crotch, and it's going to burn you. And then you're going to lose your car keys. You're going to be late to work. Your boss is going to fire you. Your wife is going to leave you. Your kids are going to hate you, all because you thought this was financial advice. So please, the only financial advice I can actually give to you is to like this video, because this is the like button chart, and it is just parabolic, more so than Ethereum. More so than Ethereum. Good old Ethereum, our good friend ETH. Our good friend ETH. Alfredo, the discount code is 10%, man. Alfredo, join my free Discord, man. Hit me up in there and tell me you're Alfredo. So I want to talk to you, man. I want to talk to you. Join the free Discord. There's a link in the description of the video. Send me a message in there. I want to talk to you. All right, guys, I'm going to cut this stream, but I pray that the Lord blesses all of you, and not just financially. Not just financially. Money is a tool that we need, but it's not what's most important in life by any means. And so receive this blessing in the Hebrew language that places the name of the Lord upon you. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel. Which means in English, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he cause his face to shine upon you, and may he be gracious unto you. And may he lift up his countenance upon you and give you wholeness, peace. In the name of Yeshua, Jesus, the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. Amen. All right, guys. Peace, and I'll see you on the next video.